So, you know how you were just describing what the stream was like yesterday? I thought this was appropriate. It sort of feels like that's what the 49ers trip to the Super Bowl has felt like so far.
The stream?
It's a little loose.
How's your stream?
It's a little loose. It's a little all over the place. Let's be real here for a second.
Come on.
So the 49ers go out there, and I don't know if you read Mike Silver's article in the Chronicle.
I did.
I think
a little too overdramatic to me.
Well, really?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, let's set the table, let people know what we're talking about. This whole UNLV field thing goes actually back at least a week and a half. Soon as the 49ers know that they're going to the Super Bowl, they've got advanced scouts, advanced moles, heading out to Vegas to check out the field. Well, the NFL just hucks a bunch of grass on top of turf and says, we're good to go here. And the Niners moles look at it and go, it doesn't feel good. We don't like this at all. This is not right. And so on we go to the controversy that comes out yesterday, which I now believe the NFL floated that. They put that out to the public, not the 49ers. Goodell tucks a fakakta press conference in before the player availability. Normally they do that on Friday, then they moved it to Wednesday. Now they moved it to Monday, right before player availability. And the best part of all, guess which media members showed up to Roger Goodell's press conference? Only the ones who were invited. That's not a press conference if you have to be invited. So this whole thing was a show. And Roger saying, well, it meets all the standards of our fields. And that guy, you don't even know this, literally referenced in this, air quotes, press conference, the field at MetLife Stadium.
Of course.
It's just as good as that. Oh, you mean the one where everybody tears their ACLs?
Well, that's an NFL field.
It is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
For two teams.
Correct.
For two teams.
Yeah, it is, but it shouldn't be. So he's got the nerve to go do all of that. And the 49ers are now kind of loose. Like, are they going to practice on that tomorrow? Probably at light speed. Are they going to practice on it Thursday at full speed? Probably not. They're probably going to go over to the Raider facility. So there's that. And then the player and coach availability starts last night, and the internet starts buzzing because it appears that Kyle Shanahan, while answering questions about Brock Purdy and more,
Loose Kyle
has had a couple of pops.
At least.
Had a few pops.
And did you notice no and no stuff? So
Listen,
we can play all the Kyle sound you want, and I want you to listen for content, but I also want you to listen for and stuff. Because your boy, I've never loved him more.
Well, that's my point. I'm like, I don't know.
Kyle Thirstahan.
I don't know if you've had 3 margaritas. I don't know.
Me or him?
But neither. I don't know. But I do know whoever you were last night, Kyle, I kind of dig that Kyle. Not only
Laminated menu. Am I right?
Not only did the and stuff go away, he wouldn't stop talking. He was very expansive.
Yeah.
He's going like frame by frame through the whole Brock Purdy story. It was pretty entertaining.
It was awesome.
Meanwhile, Chase Young's over in the corner being asked about effort, telling Jennifer Lee Chan 8 times, we can't have that. We can't have a lack of, I can't do that. And I'm looking at my TV screen or my laptop going, did you just figure that out? So now you're in the Super Bowl and it just dawned on you, you know what we shouldn't do? We shouldn't not try. That's what I'm thinking. So we got our game plan and get ready for it, Jennifer Lee Chan. Here it is. We're going to try.
Yeah, no jogging.
I'm like, what's going on out here?
It's crazy.
We got soft sod. We got arguments with Roger Goodell. We got a head coach
Kyle.
who might have had a few margies and effort. And I'm like, it's been one day of Super Bowl week. What are we talking about right now? It's a little loose. It's like the Niners were on the live stream.
And they should be, because it's Monday of the Super Bowl. And I look at the San Francisco Sheriff's Office countdown to kickoff clock, and we still have 5 days.
5 days.
And an hour and 14 in various seconds to go.
21.
Right. So 21. So we're still good in terms of like needing to really buckle down and get after it. And the whole thing about the turf, we can talk about because I think the whole thing was a non-story.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a non-story till somebody does you know what.
Well, it's a non-story because the Niners are mad, and then now the word is, well, they're going to practice, and it's getting better. And so now they're going to practice on it.
There's like a little, listen, I don't want this to be boring or lame, but there's a little score that every field gets. It's got an initial, it's an acronym,
sure.
GWAC or something. Everything's got a GWAC score or something like that. And a normal NFL field, and it's about how much it absorbs, hits and collisions and falls and things like that. And however they put this together, the number is supposed to be between 70 and 80. Well, the UNLV field was about 48, and now it's up to about 53, which is, I don't know, not enough. Like, it's not what the other fields are. But Goodell will come out and go, no, it is what the other fields are. And then he referenced the two worst fields in the entire NFL
right.
where tons of injuries have happened. So I get what you're saying. It makes the 49ers look soft and whiny, which is actually, I think, why I think the NFL leaked this. The 49ers don't want it out there. They've actually handled it pretty well. They don't want to disrupt what the Chiefs are doing. They're like, this is not the Chiefs' fault. But the bottom line is this is A, being handled very poorly by the NFL, and B, a terrible look. It's a terrible look that one team is in a brand new state-of-the-art three-field indoor-outdoor facility, and the other one is down the street at a college where someone threw grass on the ground. That's stupid.
Well, that's the bigger issue,
NFL.
Honestly. And, you're talking about a game that's going to be played indoor, and one team gets to play and practice indoor, and the other one has to be outdoor. That, to me, is the real big issue because it's been raining in Las Vegas. So maybe you didn't expect it to be rainy there in February, which I know it doesn't always rain there, but it's been rainy, and it's going to continue to be rainy because of the bomb cyclone and the atmospheric river and all the rest of it. So that, to me, is the bigger issue. And the Niners should have raised this last week if they knew going in that, hey, we're outside and they're inside. This is a bunch of bullshit, quite frankly.
Live stream tomorrow and Thursday.
I'm working it.
Tomorrow and Thursday.
Not today?
Not today.
That's right. Peter
No
King.
live stream, 95.7 The Game, all 4 hours today live on your radio.
This thing is on.
It's on.
Yeah, my fault. Let me rack that back. I think it's patently unfair, Mark, that one team is indoor and the other team has to practice outdoor at the very least.
But no one's whining about the weather. They're whining about the facility.
No, but if I were the Niners, I would be whining about the indoor-outdoor split because the game is indoor. So even if there was no weather and there was no turf issue, I still am at a disadvantage knowing that I have to practice outdoor, they're indoor, and the game is indoor. That's a bunch of...
Yep.
That's patently unfair, Mark.
You want to hear your boy?
And stuff?
All right. No, you're not going to hear that boy.
No,
It's a brand new boy. All right. 888-957-957.
Turns out I like triple sec more than I thought and stuff.
First of all, we can be super sophomoric. I'm sure we will.
And we have been.
And decide whether or not Kyle has had some pops here. Let me get this out front. I don't care if he did. 6 days till the game and you're in Vegas. I'd have had a bunch of drinks the first night I got there, too, and I don't even drink that much.
Yeah.
I totally would have had some pops the first night I got to Vegas.
Mooney Ward said the very thing.
Yeah.
When he talked about their trip to Vegas.
I think they should be rolling dice, but the NFL won't let them. It's the best odds in the casino, by the way. Always back up your pass line bet. But anyway.
I heard they flew in Jock Peterson for some in-house gaming.
Nice.
Unconfirmed.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Nice in the ballroom at Lake Las Vegas playing Pusoy. Anyway, so Kyle goes to this thing, and he remember the Jed York thing from last week, where he's like, so Kyle comes to me and pulls me aside in training camp, goes, we need to talk, and I'm going, uh-oh, and the story goes, he says, I think our third string quarterback is our best quarterback. So as soon as Kyle becomes available, which was last night, they asked about him, and so here's Shanahan talking about his conversations with Jed York about Brock Purdy, and tucked into this, you can make your assessment on the all-new Kyle and how you feel about that. Here it is.
It's funny to hear Jed say that because it wasn't the smartest moment I've ever had. I mean, when an owner comes in after training camp practices and is like, hey, how's the quarterback? And what he means is the starter or the second. And you in irritation go, I don't know, but our third guy's the best. Like, that's not what he wants to hear. So that's why he remembers it very strong. But that was just more, Brock was so good right away with every rep he got. He was always the same. And he only got a couple of them. So it was easy for me to say. Because in his few reps, he was the best. But if you know that for a fact, I mean, then you do what you do right away. But he was the best. But you ease that on. And every time he got a little more reps, it was the same as when he only got 2. And so when it was all said and done and he got a lot of playing time, I was like, oh, this looks exactly like what I told you when I was irritated. And he only had 3 reps. And I said, no, he's the best. But that's what was so real about Brock. That's why after his 7 games, his rookie year, even when he got hurt, we knew what we had because he'd been that way in practice every day. And it was the exact same way in the games.
That is 1 minute and 7 seconds long. Not one stuff.
No.
Not one
No.
None. Kyle, went on to say, let me tell you about the last time I was in Vegas.
I told him, Brock, hang in there, big guy. There'll be brighter
lights ahead. Now, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold the phone.
Dude, tomorrow you can complete that.
Shut the front door.
Thank you.
Because hear what's going on in the background. This is very different. They change this now, it seems like every year. Since COVID, they're trying new things. Media Day used to be something that happened in the middle of the day, and the media would be there, and there'd be weird people doing,
right.
It was always just like Jimmy Kimmel is there, and
totally.
right here's Chewy, and he's going, all right, how long is your, and just whatever, like everybody's waka, waka, waka.
Totally.
Now it's at night. I can't really, there's podium set up, but it also felt very chaotic and fans. And so Kyle is also projecting over screaming 49er fans who are chanting bang, bang, Niner gang
right.
up in the stands and yelling at Travis Kelce, who, by the way, Chiefs and Niners kind of all there at the same time. Also different than they used to do it.
Yeah, Mahomes and Brock together.
One team, then the other team.
Yeah.
Now it's just like everybody's on the field at the same time.
I like it this way.
I do too.
Yeah.
But, do you give Kyle a nod for this is not a controlled press conference
yes.
and stuff.
And he's off the clock.
Right. He's laid back. There's no podium. He's being interviewed, and it's loud inside Allegiant Stadium.
He gets full latitude. He gets the pass that he needs. He doesn't need the pass, but he gets whatever he wants in terms of how he comes across. You're in the Super Bowl, and you're 6 days away at that point from the game. So, you know what? If you want to let your hair down, let it down. As long as you don't come out and say, well, we're going to give it to Christian a lot early, and, we're going to save Kyle for the second half.
Andy Reid is overrated.
He's
overrated.
All that stuff.
He's never won without Mahomes.
Spagnola couldn't hold my play sheet. As long as he doesn't go too far off the reservation, but...
Okay, here's the thing, though.
I loved it.
I've never been more with you. However...
Oh, Jude. Oh, no. The big butt.
Mr. Mix-a-Lot style. However, this is not where we usually go. And I wonder, world, if you're all ready for this. It wasn't that long ago that, for example, Tony Romo being on a trip with Jessica Simpson was unacceptable before a playoff game. Odell Beckham being on a boat with friends and having a picture taken. Unacceptable.
He was shirtless.
Unacceptable.
Had his clothes on.
So I hope the answer's yes, but I don't know, Dip. Have we arrived at a place? Has our Uber delivered us to a place where we're now okay? I don't even know if this happened, but are we okay with the head coach 6 days before the game going to public appearances, having a few pops?
Well, we don't know that.
We don't know that.
Unconfirmed.
And always will be.
Right.
I don't expect Kyle to hold another press conference and let us know what the menu was at 6 o'clock prior to going over to the stadium.
And I don't believe they breathalyzed him on his way to the podium. If they had, he's probably about 0.11 or 0.12. Not completely schnockered.
It's unconfirmed.
That's my.
That is a speculation sensation.
That's a buck. Yeah. And if you put the DraftKings, if Johnny Avello, friend of the program, set the over/under on his BAC, he probably would have put it at 0.095.
He is Vegas' top odds maker, and he's knows how to make. He's the market maker. He knows how to make a line.
Yeah.
All right. So the Niners are out here just getting loose.
Let's go.
Some of it under their control, some of it not. What do you think?